customer buys the TV and stores it here first. When the road is finished, the TV will be driven to the customer on the back of a motorbike.
Hey guys, it's JohnyTechReview. Today I have a quick unboxing and review for you of this Kehan dashcam. As you can see here, it came in a nice little small package. This seems to be a pretty high quality dashcam according to the specification and the listing that I saw online. So here is some of the features that is supported. We have proof accident, so I guess it has a G sensor or something like that. We have auto record, night vision, loop recording. Here we also had that 1296p, which is kind of like the Super HD mode. We have this thing called LDWS, not sure what that is. We have wide dynamic range and then also motion detection. The model number here is KH903-50V. Let's just unbox it and see what comes inside. So here is the dashcam. Look pretty nice, as you can see. Make out of metal. Very similar to the previous one I reviewed, which is the Dexo X7 in terms of the plugging and some of the port here. We have the memory card port up top. Look like here we have the power, then the reset little button right now. There's the camera. I actually don't like the fact that the camera is to the side, because a lot of the time what I mean is you have to mount it a little bit more toward the driver's side. This looks like a speaker or a microphone, HDMI port. Down here we have the control key. Look like it's the emergency button that you can press to save the file, mode, menu, the arrow key, and then the OK button. So everything else came in this white package. Here we go. We have a warranty card, a user manual, smaller user manual, a lot of details in black and white here. We have a mounting kit, a short little mini USB cable, and here's a long power cable that's also a mini USB cable, and it came with a little cigarette adapter, and this is not detachable. So guys, I have the experience of using this Kehan dashcam for the past 3 weeks or so, and so far most of my experience has been very great with this camera. So as you can see here, this is a very small camera. It's pretty portable and it's very thin. This camera here has a lot of different features, one of which is a GPS capability. So the little mount that it came with, this one here, does not have GPS, but they do sell one that has a GPS built into it, and you can buy that unit if you want to. So in my experience, I can only tell the features that work without GPS, and I cannot tell you how the GPS feature works on this. Anyway, you get this nice little lens here. It's a pretty nice sharp quality lens, and yeah, it's not a rotatable knob or anything. It just looks like it's a camera lens, but yeah, it's a fixed, and it's always have a fixed focus. Up top you have that mount there that you can use this guy here to mount it and to give it power. So you will plug the power into the back of the unit here, and then you can just plug this in and it's ready to go. So of course, being a dash cam, this camera will automatically come on and off when your car is turned on and off. You have a lot of different features like G sensor. You also have a lot of safety features like lane departure warning, which works pretty well on this.
Left departure, right departure.
There's also option to have collision warning, but in order to have that, you need to have GPS features.
Kehan wish you a good journey.
So when they come on, the lady voice will prompt you and wish you a very good drive, and when you turn it off, it has a similar message. So right now I have it set to record at pretty super wide at 2304 by 1296p at 30 frames per second, as you can see here. And at the bottom here tell you how much space is left. Over here you have your day and timestamp here. So as you can see here, I have no space left on this. The camera is designed to have loop recording, so that when you run out of space, it's supposed to delete the older footage and continue. In my experience, after using all the space on it, it got down to the last 600 megabytes or so something, and it kept overwriting the oldest file. However, when I tried to press this save button here to save that file, it actually saved that file, and then it ran out of space, and I can never recover from that. So it's kind of dumb sometimes that it will run out of space and it won't delete even the other footage. It just delete the oldest file, just one file. And so if you are using the save features, that kind of ruined the thing, and you have to go ahead and manually remove some of the file or format the card. In the mode option here, you can switch between the video mode, you can go to the picture quality mode, and of course you can also go to the preview mode to preview different file. In the menu option here, you can press and select different setting here. So here you can change the quality, for example, and these are some setting: 2304 by 1296p. You also have 1920 by 1080p, and then you have 1920 by 1080p at different frames per second, and down to 720p. And here you also have the HDR mode at 1920 by 1080p at 16:9. You also have this very nice high quality 2560 by 1080 at 21:9 ratio. In general, I like to use this 16:9 at 30 frames per second here, and this is one of my favorite settings. You also have option to set the different image quality for taking the picture, and the wide dynamic range can also be set here if you want to. I have it set on, so as the condition of the lighting change, that automatically kick in and set it for you. There's also a G sensor set, so it's good for in case you get into an accident or something like that. I have it set to medium here. You can go to high, but when it detects a shock, it will lock that file that is currently recording, and that file will be saved and not get overwritten. You also have a recycle button here, which tells you how often to recycle the footage. There's also motion detection in case you want to use this while it's off and your car is parking, and to detect motion you can start recording. Here are some of the lane departure warning stuff, so you can click on here and it shows you a low line to calibrate. This line is kind of hard to understand. The user manual did not do a good job of explaining this, but you have two lines. It's hard to see on the camera here, but you have a red line and a purple line. You want to set this red line here, basically the bottom of your hood, so right in front of your car. This line, the purple line, is the line that you want, basically the horizon. So you just kind of give it an idea to where to look for those lines on the road, and with that it actually knows and read the line on the road and know when you are departing from the lane. So in my experience, comparing this to something like my Honda Odyssey, which has the same similar features using the internal computer, that one actually works a lot better because it actually knows when you're drifting and depend on your steering wheel input and also how fast you're going. This has a limit on based on the gyro, so this can kind of tell when you're drifting out of lane, but usually it's only after you drifted out of lane that it tell you, well, my car is actually a much faster and more accurate. So here in the driver A setting, you only have that lane departure warning, and also you have the low light warning. So when the light outside are very low and you forget to turn on your headlight, just come on and it will actually tell you in the voice that you're low light warning. However, even in dark condition, my light sometimes is projectile beam. This thing doesn't see it and it actually complains. So yeah, that feature is okay, but it's not worked that well. Next setting, you have the picture setting. You can also change the frequency of the light, auto white balancing, metering. You can also adjust the compensation for the exposure if you want to. And finally, in the setting here, you can change the language. You can format the card. You can change the output for the TV out, and then format, change the setting, and also have power option here, which is some of the other option here. So overall, this is a pretty nice dash cam. It boot up extremely fast and get ready to go in about 2 or 3 seconds. The video quality is quite nice, and it is able to handle various different lighting conditions. From cloudy day to rainy day to sunny day, it seems to work pretty well. Even in the dark condition with my headlight, I was able to make out in the video the person in front of me and their license plate and everything. So it works pretty well. So it's a very light, simple unit, and yeah, the only problem I had was with the memory card being stupid. The other thing I do want to point out is that this does not have any infrared light to help you to see at night. So yeah, it's just rely on your headlamp, and if your headlamp is not on, it's not going to be able to pick up anything. So that's pretty much my quick review of this dash cam. It's a very nice dash cam that works quite well. The only omission is that the loader unit I have here does not have GPS, so I cannot tell you how well the GPS works. I hope your short load review helped you in your purchase decision. If you have any question, let me know in the comment below, and as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.